Dan Luss, Abnormal Outdoors again today. Hey, I wanted to show you a little tip and trick that I learned when I was a kid. And what ended up happening was the last couple of events I've been to, torrential downpours, and everybody's tent stakes was pulling out. High winds. The ground, what happened is the ground gets overly saturated, and when you pound a tent stake in, you know, it's a cone shape, and it's really nothing to grip onto. And it got to thinking how I did this when I was a kid. It's a pretty simple tip and trick. Is what I like to use is a green piece of wood. Now guys, don't be chopping down the tree to do this. Just take a branch off of it. And if you can do this, try to get the fork. The tree's actually growing like this. Try to take the fork and you can see it. Now we're going to make one real quick out of some really, out of mulberry. And why mulberry? Well, when I was a kid, we used to let them sit up all the time. What was amazing is the mulberry branch, when it's shoved in the ground, if you leave it there and it gets too tough to get it out and you leave it there, it'll actually re-sprout and grow a tree. Black willow is the same thing. So it's a real simple trick. You know, everybody knows how pretty much to build a tent stake. You know, what you want to do, here's old rusty trusty kukri of mine. You know, I want to cut it down a little bit. And guys, you don't have to have a kukri to make this. And I just like the hook to help me pull out. Because this thing can, if you leave it in there 7 or 8 days, 4 days, and the ground's saturated, this little trick right here is going to help. Now before you put the point on it, what I want you to do, and here comes the trick guys, it's really simple, is take your knife, you can use your bushcraft knife. I'll use that just to make it a little easier. I like using the kukri or an axe. And what you want to do is you just want to, just like you're making a feather. The key to it is don't put your really sharp point on this, because I got to put pressure on this. And I'll get you close up on this guys. But what I'm doing is all I'm doing is creating feathers all the way around this. Just opening up the wood. You can do as many as you want. You know, your really heavy sandy soil, like on the riverbank like I usually am. And this is where I learned the trick at. And I like to, you know, about a 20-inch, 18-inch stake, you know, in really muddy, sandy soil, you know. You can be a little shorter if the soil's a lot better. But you can do it with your bushcraft knife. You know, you can also come back with your axe if you're careful. And just do that. It's a really simple trick, guys. Yeah, I know it seems almost too simple, but when you left this in the dirt will gather around it. The moisture will let all these feathers go in. Now when I got my feathers done, just drop my sheath. Go ahead and make my point. There's 1, 2, 3. Now I've got a good point on there. I'll get you up close really quick right here, and guys, give you a close up on that. But that's the secret to really getting a tent stake to hold. I kind of coined it the porcupine stick, because if you know how the porcupine quill works, you'd understand. Get up here where I can show you real quick. Now you guys can see what I'm doing here. Well, let me get you in focus. Can you see them? Trying to get you in focus here a little bit. Can you see how I did that? Really simple video, really simple trick. But when that goes in the ground, it's going to have a lot more time trying to come out, because these will get filled full of water and sand. Trying to get you in focus. Get you in water and sand, and the fines will get in there. And the best part about doing this with mulberry is that gives all kinds of spaces to reroot, and it will too. It's amazing. I've went back and looked at the stuff that I did when I was a kid. So guys, let me get back to my seat. Okay guys, I know it's a simple little trick, but when it's inclement weather, we got high winds coming, torrential downpours, pull your stakes, hack them up. You know, I try to use this in green. It works on dry wood, but you really got to put power in it. And actually works good to feather, and it'll still work. So I hope you like this, guys. And remember, if you like these kind of videos like this, remember to like, share, and subscribe to Abnormal Outdoors. I also have an online store, abnormaloutdoors.com. Thanks, guys.